Hello my friends, here we are again. You know what I think about the Mauser 98, and all gun experts. There will never be a more perfect bolt action. Probably, one should not say never, but so far, nothing better than this. Front locking lugs, you know the program. Open, back, forward, close, unstoppable bolt action rifle. That does not mean that all bolt action rifles have to be Mauser 98s. The reasons are self-evident. So, this is front locking. Somebody said, let's make rear locking guns. The Steyr. You may or may not be able to see it, but the lugs on this gun, this bolt action rifle, are at the rear of the bolt. Now, the advantage of the front locking bolt is that when the pressure is highest, the locking lugs are very close to the cartridge. This action locks here into this receiver ring. Consequently, there is no real room for any kind of stretch to the cartridge case. Paul Mauser knew this to be true by testing. There were no computers at that time, and so this is the best action. That doesn't mean that there isn't a place for the Steyr rear locking. Now, what are the advantages? Very smooth action. In this case of the Mauser 98, the lugs have to ride across the cartridges. So you have lugs, you have an extractor. All of these things are good things, but nevertheless they affect how the action feels. And hunting rifles, as you know, we need them to work. We need them to be safe. But it is not a matter of like total efficiency, or else we would be in helicopters with machine guns. We don't need to kill. I mean, it's part of the hunt, but most of the best hunts I've ever had, I may not have even killed anything except maybe a grouse. Anyway, that's a footnote. But here we have the Steyr. Now, I view the Steyr Mannlicher as probably one of the best made firearms of all time. These actions are made like watches. They're made in Austria. Absolutely fantastic. So smooth, so perfectly made and blued. So we have an action that's made like a watch with rear locking lugs, nothing in the front of the bolt. Now, the advantages of that are, the bolt has a lot to do actually, if you think about it. When you move this handle forward, you're stripping rounds off of the magazine, in this case, removable magazine, and it's a rotary magazine. This is a fantastic thing. People say, well, it's a rotary magazine, as if it's sort of like Coca-Cola. This is significant. These magazines will not jam. The cartridges feed, if you can see this, in a spool. So they come up one at a time. You can't jam it. It's not a double feed, and so on and so forth. They fit perfectly, of course, and with the absence of the front locking lugs, so they don't need to ride on any kind of rail. There's nothing else except the cylindrical bolt. You push it forward, you close it, and it's locked. That might not have seemed smooth. That was me, not the gun. And then you have two triggers, a set trigger. Now, this is a 458 Winchester Magnum, which tells you they're confident about the strength of this action. I don't know why you would need a set trigger in a 458, but it's there anyway. There are a lot of weird things in guns. So there it is, rear locking, and I want to draw your attention to these rear locking guns because people tend to forget about them. The Remington 788 is one of my favorite actions of all time. It's not here today. So here we have rear locking lug, Steyr Model S 458 Winchester Magnum, beautifully made. you will never go wrong buying one of these rifles. Fantastic. And with the Rotary Magazine, as I pointed out, excellent. I'm going to put this down, and I'm just going to talk quickly about a Japanese rifle. This is called the Golden Eagle. I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to show you that there's no doubt I am correct about the name, because there it is, Golden Eagle, in bold gold letters. Golden Eagle. So this was made in Japan. A lot of people felt it was too glossy or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm mostly interested in engineering. And what do we have? Again, I have no idea what you can see. Rear locking lugs. They decided no lugs at the front, which causes a whole bunch of problems. This is an exceptionally smooth action. These long ago stopped being made. So smooth and unbelievable. And I was going to say it reminds me of the Kleingunter, but that'll be another video. So yeah, very smooth. Can you guys hear that? Anyway, excellent. So this would be another excellent action to buy, or rifle, Golden Eagle. I think it's 7mm Remington Magnum. But I didn't put this in the video for that reason. It's a rear locking gun, so it sort of qualifies. But take a look what happens when you fall out of a tree stand. So everybody who forgets to put their belt on around the tree, things go wrong. This guy fell out of the tree, and he ended up making the usual phone call, "Hello, Mike." So here I am, and here I am with this. This is a beautiful Claro walnut, I think. Yeah, Claro walnut stock. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but you'll probably see me, as I told you before, I made some stocks. How does this even go? When I was in university, and whether I repair this, gee, that's a nice stock, with brass pins, or whether I make an entirely new stock, I'm not sure. Anyway, Golden Eagle, rear locking, Japanese made, beautiful firearm. Don't fall out of your tree stand. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.